Hey guys, welcome. Yeah, so example 3 here, and this time we're given this quadratic, and notice that this quadratic can be written as x+1 quantity squared. And yeah, anyway, as usual, we get started with f of x plus h, which in this case is going to be this, because we have to replace this x with an x plus h, and replace this x with an x plus h, and the parentheses here and here are not only advisable but required. Now, we know from the previous example that this here is going to turn into x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. And on these parts, distributing the 2, we can write a 2x plus 2h. And doing all that, f of x plus h will turn into this. And from it, we want to subtract f of x. Now, unlike the last two examples, f of x doesn't just have one term. It has 3 terms. So there's an important caution here when you do minus f of x, which is make sure that this minus sign gets distributed to all of the terms beyond the first term. So in other words, don't just write that this here is minus x squared and then keep that plus and keep that plus. Make sure that this minus sign is distributed to everything that's written after it. And also note that had this been a minus 2x, after we distribute the minus sign, it would have turned into a plus 2x. But obviously it's plus 2x, so it will turn into a minus 2x. Now, looking at what we have for minus f of x, which is here at the end, and looking at what we have for f of x plus h, note that f of x plus h minus f of x will ensure that all terms here that do not have an h go away. And that's because this x squared will be canceled by that minus x squared. This 2x will be canceled by that minus 2x. That 1 and that minus 1 take care of each other. So the only survivors of f of x plus h minus f of x will be terms over here containing an h. And that's exactly what I said in the previous example you could do as a good check on going on the right track, right? Okay, cool. In any case, as I just said, yeah, the only terms that we have surviving have all at least one h in them. And so we can factor out that h and write the following. And so this is the most simplified we can get, f of x plus h minus f of x. And so let's finally divide it by h. And unsurprisingly, the h we factored out from in these parts from these guys will be in our numerator, and it will cancel the h in the denominator, leaving us with our final answer, this. Yeah? Okay, cool. All right. So this example, although it's a tad bit different from the previous two, is very similar to the previous two. We have one more, x cubed, coming up next, but that'll be it for the polynomials. We'll do slightly more interesting ones in examples 5, 6, and 7. Yeah? Okay. All right, cool. Keep a lookout for all of those, but otherwise, take care.